Hi, welcome to Huson DIY. My name's Ben. This is the 3-month review of the Amazon Echo Show 15. Okay, so it's been 3 months now since we started using this Echo Show 15. I'll put a link to the original video that we did the install on on here and in the description. Watch that if you need any tips or tricks on installing it on your wall, because that were a full guide how to do it. But this video I thought we'd do just to show you how we've been using the device, what we like about it, what we don't like about it, and whether I think it's going to be, a good purchase for us as a family. So first of all, I think the placement where we put it, which is on this island where we do a lot of preparation for meals, so a lot of chopping. Obviously stood at the island as well, looking into the living room and the kitchen and the dining room. So it's placed well, mainly for doing recipes, so showing recipes on there, following recipes on both the BBC Good Food app and via the web browser. You can get the web browser on there, which we'll show in a minute. So overall, the placement, we're really happy with where we put it. So I think with it being wired, having to wire it into a plug, you've kind of got to think about that a little bit more in terms of where you're going to place it. With the other Echo Show devices, they're a little bit more portable, obviously, because you can move them around different places. This does go on a stand as well if you purchase a stand separately. So I guess you do have that portability if you do buy a stand. Secondly, I've been using it to do for to-do lists. So on here we've got the shopping list and the to-do list here. So anything that we need to remind each other of, mainly me and my wife that do that, we'll put things on that to-do list and then you can cross them off once they're done. So that's quite good. So we do have a notice board. You can see it just over there somewhere. But this is better because it's interactive, and you can also use your phone to update that to-do list or add things on there, then you can see them at a later point. Okay, so the good things overall for us, as I say, it's been using it for following recipes on, which is really good. Secondly, playing music on. So that the sound quality on there, it's not as good as, say, the Echo Show 8. So the Echo Show 8, the new version, has got a real good quality, high quality music capability. The bass on that's really good, and it is better than this. This isn't rubbish, it's not as bad as the Echo Show Dots, for example, but it's not as good as the Echo Show 8, and obviously not as good as, say, as a Sonos device, for example. But for us in the kitchen, playing music, playing videos, it's more than good enough to do that. Another really good thing about it, I did briefly mention it just a second ago, is the web browser that's built in. So it's got the Silk browser, so it's an Amazon browser built into it. So I'll show you that working in real time. So Alexa, show Silk browser. This might not work.
Here is Silk.
It does work. Okay, so this is a full browser. We mainly use this, so if I load this up here, hopefully you'll better see that. I'll get a better angle if not. So this is someone on Instagram that we follow, and this is a recipe. So you can use this following recipes on Instagram. It'll even play the video, I think, from memory.
I've got another one-pot pasta dish for you. This one with chipotle chili paste. So you cook up your...
So that's a video showing there, instructions there, really readable, really good. Here's just a close-up of the Silk browser there. You can see the web address up there, Instagram. You can see that there, and you can see me spinning a scroll there. So if I go back to that, go back to the homepage of Instagram. Let me just reload it because it's been a while since we've been on there. So you can see that in real time. It's just like using a normal web browser. I think this is my wife's Instagram account. You can see there a bit of hurricane there. Let's keep scrolling. There's some resin molds from our account there. There you go, look, Huson DIY with our new Christmas resin molds. So yeah, so the Silk browser, really responsive, really good. And as I say, we mainly use it for following recipes on Instagram. So rather than having to copy and paste it or use your phone, it's really useful. Just to show you as well on the browser, so if you go to the all apps here, so you can go to YouTube, for example, and you can watch any YouTube videos on there. So it doesn't have applications as such on the Echo Show device. but you can obviously browse to any website, and most websites now are powerful enough to work on a web browser, so you can probably go do some shopping on Amazon. So no, that's really useful. Another thing we use it for is the photo frame. So you can see it's flat, it's rotating through different things, different widgets, which I covered on that first video, but you can use it as a photo frame. So I've turned what I do usually off to show you how it works. So what I'm going to show you how to do, you can link it into an Amazon photo album. So if you get the Amazon app on your phone, create an album on your phone, and you can link to that album on your Echo Show 15, or any of the Echo Show devices, that is. Let me just do a close-up and show you how that works. Okay, so from the home screen, if I go here, go into settings, and then I'm going to click on clock and photo display. You can see I've got Amazon Photos here. If I click on Amazon Photos, I've then got all my different albums I've got created. So you can see I've got this family one just there, which I've got like some chosen pictures in. So I click on that. So you can choose multiple albums if you wanted to. So it'll show different photos from different albums, but I'm going to just stick with that family one, and then go back, and then go back again, and back again, out of the settings. So if I now scroll down and click on that photo, that photo frame, that'll load up all the photos that I've added into that family album, and you'll see it'll just keep rotating through those different photos. So it's obviously multi-use, so you can use it obviously for different purposes. There's one of us on holiday somewhere, but you know, you've got people round, and you don't want to see all your widgets and all your shopping lists and all your to-do lists. You can then use it as a photo frame. So it's really good. One other really useful thing, another really useful thing is using it to display the Blink video doorbell. I've got a separate video on that, so I won't go into detail, which I'll put a link up here somewhere and in the description. But basically, if someone rings your doorbell, you can then show it on the Echo Show. That's still working for us. No problems whatsoever using those routines. So I won't go into information, but I'll link to that video if you are interested in that. Okay, so the last good thing, there are more, but these are the main ones I'm really thinking about, is the calendar. So they've got a calendar in there. So I've got that linked up to my Google Calendar in the settings. That's in the settings. But you can then add things into your calendar. It updates the Amazon one and then shows everything that you're up to in your calendar. So you can obviously see what's going on, and you can then synchronize multiple people's calendars in there. So me and my wife do it. So we can see if we've both added particular events in there, we can see what's going on. So obviously, with a busy family, it's quite difficult sometimes to keep track of what's going on. So that is really useful. Rather than again having it on a notice board, which we still do, we've got birthday invites and stuff on the notice board. This is really good just to see upcoming events. And we've also linked it in my Google Calendar into the Manchester United fixtures, so you can see them on there as well. So yeah, that's the final good thing I want to pick out. Okay, so I've really thought about what I don't like about it, and to be honest with you, I can't think of anything. I know I mentioned in the original install video was the wire. We need the wire. So we still haven't, if I just go down a little bit and show you, I still haven't fixed this wire down. To be honest with you, since we installed it, you kind of forget about it, that it's even there, to be honest. But that is the only negative, really. But it's got to be powered, it's got to be wired. And if you knew you were going to install one when you were renovating your house, you could obviously install a plug behind it, or in a more suitable place. And if you are really that bothered, you can obviously get it on the stand. So it is a negative for me and for us where it's installed, but I don't think it's a criticism of the device, because there are multiple options out there, I guess, to get around it. Okay, so that's been my 3-month review of the Echo Show 15. The whole family does use it. Me and my wife mainly, because obviously it's higher up for touch. The kids use it more to play music on. But as a family hub, which is exactly what we wanted it for, to-do list, calendar, photos, control the smart home, all that good stuff, it lives up to it and does more. I imagine Amazon will keep bringing updates out to this to make it even better. I know that they brought some of the features on this to the other Echo Show devices, the Echo Show 8, some of those. At the end of the day, you've got the Silk browser on there, which kind of, you can do even more and more and more. You can do everything you can with a normal browser on that Silk browser. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it's been useful if you've been looking at getting an Echo Show 15, or if you watched our original video and just want to see how we got on. As I say, it's a great device. I would highly recommend it. Still not sure whether I pay full price for it, so if you are looking to get it, maybe wait for an Amazon Prime Day. And obviously there's Christmas coming up, so there'll probably be the Black Friday some point. I don't know, actually. But anyway, there'll be some deals coming up at some point. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a dislike. If you've got any questions about the device, how we've installed it, anything I've said, anything I've not said, just drop it into the comment section. I will answer all questions that go in that comment section. And if you want to follow our journey along, the Huson DIY team, hit that subscribe button, and plenty more videos coming up on the channel. Okay?